Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We're speaking to Niici Lou today. We're interviewing Niici Lou because she's an amazing, amazing person. She helps people in all various areas, not just in the business, but also personal life, and also with the childcare services. So, Niici Lou, welcome.
Hi Dee, how are you?
I'm doing excellent, thank you. Now, we're going to keep this interview to about 4 or 5 minutes, and I know it's going to be really hard to encompass everything that you've done, but I would like to sort of ask you what are the different things that you've done that we can showcase and highlight that you've actually focused on and done in the last few years? So your market is just not in Perth, but all over the place and all over the world, online as well. So tell us, where is the area of specialization that you sort of focus on?
I've been in the industry for childcare for 17 years. So I focus on helping people that want to set up a childcare centre and help them with their compliance. So I recently had a client that wanted to set up a childcare centre. This is a couple of years ago. And I was able to just go through the process with them step by step. And sometimes I'd get a bit stressed and say, hey, and they'd phone me and say, what about this? What about that? And I'd just reassure them everything's fine. This is what we're going to be doing. And so, and just being able to be there with them step by step of the way was amazing. And just seeing like the smiles on their face as they're going through each step that it is with actually opening up a childcare centre, and then being in the office with them, choosing the office space, just seeing the sparkle in their eye when they're talking about they're going to do this and we're going to do that, and just for them to be able to help the community more was just amazing when they get excited about that, because that's what they really wanted to do. So that was exciting to be part of.
So that's a pretty growing market, isn't it, with the childcare? Considering all this, there's a lot of parents getting back into the workforce, and with the economy these days, you definitely need double income rather than a single income. So that's something that's definitely a growing market, and a lot of people who are looking at establishing a childcare centre definitely need systems in place, and potentially they need the compliance and staff training, which is what you help them with. That's awesome.
Yeah, because
sorry, go on.
Oh, because it's because for instance, it's a family daycare. So basically, it's amazing that the families. I've got children myself, and so I know the struggles that it is just trying to get income in, and then also then paying everything, and then you've also got to work. So it was with the family daycares, they're generally women looking after their own children plus other children, and then they're able to then still be able to follow their passion of helping children and helping families, but then still make an income. And so it's exciting because they but there's so much involved, right? So basically the coordinators or the owners of the childcare centre then have to follow so much compliance, but then they also have to let their educators follow so much compliance. So being able to train their educators and really tailor the training to what their educators need, and then filtering back to the coordinators about what other training they need, and also to the managers about or the owners about what things or issues that have come up that they need to address. It was just good to use that holistic point of view. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so obviously your experience speaks for yourself. So obviously there's a good chance that irrespective of how hard it is, you make it easy for them, correct?
Yes, that's right. Simple and effective, because at the end of the day, they're looking after children and they're the most important thing. So if they're just following the rules in a simple way, there's so many regulations, but if you just make it simple for them, then that way they can concentrate more on the fun side of it, where you're actually being able to care and love and educate children and help the families in the process. Yeah.
That's awesome, Niici. So there's two more things I'd like to touch on, which is really about the mental health issues, given your studies and also the experience that you've had all these years. So mental health issues is something that you help people with. And the second thing, what I've noticed from my interaction in the last few years that we've known each other, is the entrepreneur side of things. You help people walk through their hobby but also commercialize it and actually make it into actual business. So that's your business side of things that you help people with. So could you touch on those two aspects as well, just briefly?
Yeah, okay, so I love that. I love it when someone has an idea and has a hobby and they love doing it, and then they're able to then, so for instance, someone wants an interior design company, and so then we chat about like how to do that, and then like for instance we was talking about what she wants to do and why she wants to do it, and then we'll discuss like I'll give her suggestions of what website to use to build her own website, and then give her like the pages of what she should call it pages. And then it was just amazing because after she went away and worked on that, she came back and she showed me her website, and I'm actually friends with her husband, and I gave him a call. We just needed to talk, and then he said, I'm so thankful because when she came home, she had a bounce in her step, and he was like frustrated because for years he's been trying to like get her to fulfill her dreams and get her to like get it and start doing it, but she didn't really, there was something there. And then the fact that he can reflect on it and be excited with her because he's an entrepreneur himself, but she was kind of thinking she has to work for somebody else. So it was just exciting to be part of that. And just when she comes in, she'll just go, okay, now I've done this and I've done that, and it's just amazing to be seeing them able to fulfill their dreams that were a hobby, but then they can actually make it a business. And then they're just amazing where they think of all these different ideas, and then they start suggesting, okay, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. So it's just exciting to be part of.
I think it all boils down to the purpose, and it's when someone discovers or finds a purpose,
Yes.
their own purpose, I think everything lights up and everything sort of falls into place. So, Niici, it's been awesome talking to you. How do people contact you if they're looking for a childcare service that they want to set up, family daycare? Not a daddy daycare. So if they want to set that up, how do they contact you? How do they contact you if they know someone who's got a mental health issue, like bipolar or depression or anxiety, that they can maybe put them in touch with you? And if they've got a business, how do they contact you?
So they can call me directly on my mobile, which is 0433 848 445.
Oh,
or they can call the office. Oh, sorry. 0433 848 445, and I'd love to chat with them.
And you've got a website which is angelicare.com.au.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, www.angelicare, which is ANGELICARE.com.au, which is Angel Eye Care. Yeah.
Oh, nice. We've got to talk again about the name and why you named it, but we'll leave that for another day. So stay in tune. The other thing was Facebook. You've got a Facebook page where people can actually follow your live feeds. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's just search for Nicole Poppers.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Niici, this is great talking to you. Do you have any parting words to say before we end this interview?
Just that everyone should just never give up and make sure that you expect the unexpected and just keep doing what you're doing.
Brilliant. Well, the wise words from Niici. Thank you, Niici. Again, everyone, thank you for watching, but we'll stay in tune, and there'll be a lot more interviews coming up. So this was Niici Lou from Angelicare. Thank you, Niici.
Thanks, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.